Welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are right now. Thank you very much for coming to the third Topcoder Nation Show. Today, I have the pleasure, the honor of welcoming my good friend Harshit Mehta. He works with Topcoder. He wears many hats at Topcoder. He works with the community. His backgrounds are from data science. He started working in the community as a competitor. Then he got hired. But we will know about this. The only thing you have to know, if you have to know one thing about him, is his true, genuine passion for the community. When you talk to him about the Topcoder community, it's like I don't know. I don't have words to describe the passion that he shows for the community. So if you need help with anything, he's the one to go. He will help you with the many opportunities that Topcoder have for you. And I hope that we can learn more about him and the opportunities for you and this show. So welcome, Harshit. How are you feeling today?
Great. This is my first AMA, so really excited to be here, and it's great to. I mean, it's great that this is being hosted by you. So yeah, hoping for some amazing questions and looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. And Harshit just say one very important thing here. We're waiting for questions. So this is AMA format. Where in the first minutes of this interview, I'm gonna explore with him his journey, where he comes from, how he found out about Topcoder, and these kind of things. And then we're gonna have a section where you, the attendees, can ask anything you want to him. It doesn't have. It can be about Topcoder, about I don't know what kind of ice cream he likes, whatever you have in mind. And the way we're gonna do it is that I always spread a Google form where I collect these questions. So the first session of the AMA, I'm gonna read the questions that you guys posted for him. But if you have more questions here on this show, you can write it here in the below in the Q&A panel. So it's gonna be easier for us to go through them. And then after the questions from the Google form, I will go and moderate these ones for you. Okay? So let's get to know my good friend Harshit. So basic question, and I know that could be a little bit hard to answer because you wear many hats at Topcoder, but what do you do at Topcoder right now?
Oh, that's a very hard question. So
Yeah,
just
I
let
know.
me explain that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But basically, my job, my title now, right now says Developer Relations and Programs Manager at Topcoder. So uh, the whole idea, Topcoder is designed around a community. Community is what we basically sell. We basically uh, you know uh, promote out as something what is our value proposition. So it's community. So my job is to manage that community. And that's a very short answer, but if I want to go in depth, it's basically developer relations and programs manager. By developer relations, I there are three sections to it. There is developer experience. So we have to make sure that developer is having a great experience. They have the right documentation. They have the right things to see. They have the right guides or getting started stuff to go and see the platform. The other thing is the developer engagement. So you ought to create content that a developer likes. That by developer I mean we have designers and data scientists as well. Basically, I'm just
Uh-huh.
using the word developer because that's a common word, but all the members we have. So creating content
Yeah.
for the members, what they want to see, what they would engage with. And the third thing is community engagement. So running interesting campaigns and running meetups, running events to make sure we are engaging community. So it's a very it's a very diverse kind of a role, and I get to do almost everything. I get to go on a stage and speak. I get to strategize. I get to sometimes go back, sell, go out to sponsors and sell them Topcoder and sell them TCO or the
Mm.
events we do. So it's pretty interesting. I've been able to do whatever whatever I want to do, and most of the credit goes to one of my managers, Jesse, Adam, Miss, and all the seniors at Topcoder, because they have always they've trusted me and they've given me the opportunity. So big thanks to them that I've got to try different things here at Topcoder. So yeah, it's
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's super interesting. Is well, I understand that you are a guy of a person of people. Like, you take work with people, and I think that helps. And I have curiosity. I mean, um, considering your background, that I know a little bit of it. Um, how did you get there? Because I understand that you came to Topcoder as a competitor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then how was that this process of from a competitor, and then what happened there?
Yeah, and I would like to add something to the last answer I gave, and that is
Okay.
all what I do is it might look like there's a lot, but it is all easily possible because you know Topcoder is designed to be run and managed by the community. So we can always reach out to the members to manage something and run something. So it's very easy the way things work here. So that particularly makes things easier. And how did I land up here is basically that's a very interesting story. So I started competing on top coder when I was in school. So there's a competition called IOI, International Olympiads of Informatics. It's a programming competition for school kids. So when you are in school, if you are into computers, they give you some nice problems to go and compete and do the practice, and then eventually uh, go into the zonal level, zonal to the international level, and then zonal to the regional
Okay.
level, the country level, then to the international level. So that's IOI. I think if
Yeah.
you search on the internet, you can find about it. So I was preparing for IOI, and that's when I got to know about Topcoder. And a lot of seniors of my school used to compete on Topcoder problems, and they used to read Topcoder tutorials as well. So there used to be Topcoder tutorials were very fresh, and they were written very very well back in the day by the members, and they were very famous. So if you used to search any competitive programming word on anywhere, Google or Yahoo, or you would definitely find them right at the top, and they still come at the top if you search them. So they are very well written tutorials, and uh, so I got onto Topcoder and found out, that they have problems which which we find at IOI. So this is a place where I can practice. So I didn't really compete in competitions back then, but I was just practicing because competition. There's a competition. There's a fear of going into competition and really going in and competing and then getting the last rank and then getting demotivated and leaving everything was.
I
I had that fear back in the day, so I didn't really compete, but I started practicing, and yeah, that's how Topcoder happened to me. Uh, yeah, and then when so Topcoder, so Aperio was the company that owned Topcoder back in 2014. So Aperio came to my campus to hire, and they specifically during the HR interview they told me during the introduction time they actually told us that there's a position open at Topcoder as well. So if you have had a Topcoder profile and if you have done things at Topcoder, you can certainly apply for that as well. So
that,
during my
that,
yeah,
that was in 2014.
that was in 2014. So
Wow,
so
7 years ago.
yeah, so back then I got it. I was like very excited. Top coder was like a dream. We used to see all the TCO videos being produced and all the blogs on the website, the Mahestros, the Jessies, the Dara Ks, the Yokis, everywhere
Yeah.
on the website. So those days were and that came like I can work for Top Coder. So I made sure I told the HR that hey, I know Top Coder. This is my Top Coder profile. Take a look at it, and you can if you can make me interview for the job. So I got
Yeah.
into this. I qualified for the job. When I really joined the office, they made me go through a few more interviews, and eventually and I was working for Top Coder in a month or so. So yeah,
Uh,
that's
that's super interesting. Like you were just like a little kid, like who got out of school and then
yeah.
found out about this great platform
Yeah,
and had the opportunity to apply. Yeah.
back in the day it was like they said, I mean, all what we knew was the positions out there in the world. I mean, if you're passing out from an engineering degree or a computer science degree, you're basically going to work as a software developer, SDE1, SDE2. These were the roles that everyone took back in the college. They told me you're going to take a role which is known as developer evangelist. I was like, what is that? But I want to work for Topcoder. I was excited. No, Topcoder is, I want to work for Topcoder. Like, this is something where I want to be. So uh, it doesn't matter whatever the role is. I want to work for Topcoder because, I mean, it was always exciting to, you know, uh, go back and compete in top coder competitions, the top coder problems, and all the things the admins did, like
Yeah.
all the interesting stuff that used to happen, the events and the regular SRMs, the challenges. So it was always fascinating, that top coder is. I want to work for top coder was. I mean, when I joined, I started realizing in 6 months, oh, this is not a software develop, it's
Yeah.
software development role. It's something else. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, that's very interesting. And about that, yeah, I wanted to expand on that because you're saying like I just wanted to join Topcoder, even if you didn't have any kind of interactions with people in there. You didn't basically you didn't know much people in there. So
Yeah.
what do you think was it that Topcoder had that caught your attention so much that you already were feeling a passion for joining the
So
team?
knowing top coder for 6 years, competing on it, not really getting to a good rank and still striving hard, and something you think. I mean, what the back in the day, and still as well. I mean, the kind of brand value that top coder carries to a computer science engineer is huge.
Yeah.
What can top coder do to your career, do to your to your overall development as a computer science engineer, or even as a programmer in general. Even if you're not a computer science engineer, is a lot. The kind of content top coder has developed, and not top coder, basically the community has developed over the years, the kind of interaction the forum post is so amazing that you can learn a lot through it. So there is a huge level of respect for top coder in everybody's mind who's actually at a college and is competing at top coder. That so with that respect, you really want to work for something. This is
Yeah.
this is this is where I want to be. They have done so much wonders for so many people, so many members around the world. So many members have learned so many interesting things, and grown in their careers because of top coder, or earned or whatever, like or met friends, or recognize themselves all over the world. Basically, you have that respect in your mind. So you want to go and
Yeah.
work for a company like that. And back in the day, I mean, when you're a fresher, the role really doesn't matter. You just want to either join in and do something that's cool and that's respectful. So yes, yeah.
Oh my goodness, man! It sounds brilliant and super interesting that you from day one you already had a built-in passion that you required to work with the community. Even if you didn't know, you were kind of applying for a community development role.
Yeah.
And about that, the community development. I have some interesting insights about that I would like to explore with you. And one of them is you have to work with people. And I suppose I assume that involves making a community grow. And I'm on this line considering the nature of top coder. There is a competitive nature of people competing among each other. How do you manage to, let's say, not make people happy, but make these numbers grow, these community members grow, and also to interact among each other in a happy environment? How is
I
this
think
experience?
I, I think as and when I mean, as I said, right, when I was doing this role, when I joined this role, I didn't know what it is all about. But when I was given my first task, I started understanding what it is about and what do you need to do. So, and I realized, I think this is something where I fall, I can really do that well. So I realized, I think that the first thing is you should feel like helping others. If you have that passion in you to help others, you are a great community manager, I think. And you would see all the community managers we had at Topcoder have at Topcoder, Jesse, Adam, Nick, and even the members who are working on the community team. Everybody has that one particular quality, and that quality is they're always ready to help others. So that is something that one should have when you are thinking of being a part of the community, or being a community manager, basically. Uh, and even if you are a part of a community, I mean, that trait would really make you take out the extract the value of being in a community. So being helpful is something that would help you get all the benefits a community can give to you. So I realized that is something that I have, and I love doing that. I love going back and you know love going back and getting their problem solved or getting them what they want or get. So
Yeah.
that is something I still carry as a very interesting trait, and it only got pushed more by the community or the the managers I work for. So the team I have, so they also have this culture. So the helping others is a very important fact. The other thing I feel is it's community, growing a community or establishing a community, take it as growing a garden basically.
Mm.
So
Oh,
once you know you have the right set of fertile land and the assets and the seeds, basically we have a platform which is very engaging. We have a competition structure. We have clients who are bringing in work. So once you have that set, it's you can kick off a community. The other thing is, if I still go with the
yeah.
analogy of taking it as growing it like a garden. The other thing is, while growing a garden, you can't be reactive. You have to be proactive.
Mm.
So that's a very important thing I've learned at Topcoder. I mean, you have to make sure you know what the community needs before they come back to you. So we have to work hard on getting or thinking about that, or preparing ourselves, or preparing the strategies or campaigns we have to make sure that this is what the community would like to see, and we are one step ahead of it. So it's very important to be proactive rather than reactive when you are building a community. Yeah.
Wow, man, that is wisdom right there for people who wants to become or be related to community management. I think that's a piece of wisdom, and I have to say, man, as a side story, and stealing a little bit of your time here, is that yeah, I remember I witnessed this, and I think I learned it from you when I saw it, because some people have this drive to help others, and but sometimes you don't see in action. But when you see in action, it's like you can learn, especially when you can do it too. And I remember we were in India in the CCO 19 regional, and you were about to start this event, and all the team was in there, and then you guys were having this sort of pre-start meeting very fast. And the things I saw and I saw your passion when you were all were talking about the part where you talked, we're saying like we're here to help. Something happens, something bad's going to happen, but we're here to help. If there's a cable that is not working, we just replace it and help. If there's a member who is hungry and he needs food, we ask you do whatever you have to do, but help. That's the only thing you have to do here. And it really got into my mind. And remember also when we were in Argentina in the event, and TCO, also TCO 19,
Yeah.
the regional, and I had the chance to work with you next to you, and it was the same. Like it was you, me, Sergey, also Melanie. There were a
Yeah.
bunch of other people helping,
Yeah.
and it was the same. Like we're here to help. If anything happened, there's a platform issue, or I don't know, someone is just do anything you have to do, even if you don't know what to do, just try
Yeah.
to help. That's the only thing we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the feeling, and it's beautiful. I mean, I think you have to have the drive of helping to do this work. And
As
well,
I
something
said,
I'm on this line. Yeah, tell me.
right, this feeling of helping others has only grown because the members we have had, the community culture. When I joined Topcoder, I always thought it's competition, but I realized no, this is community. This is not competition. It's growing
Mhm.
together. It's we say it's competition at core. We competition thrives and and
Mhm.
helps member grow and this and that, but it's basically community. It's growing together. It's interacting. It's talking to each other. It's making new friends. It's growing together. So and the kind of culture we had at Topcoder was, it was always helpful. Always helpful. You post a thing in the forums, and you got like 3, 4, 5 replies on that. One of them was funny. One of them was pretty the correct one, and then there was somebody correcting that one. So it was, you couldn't really you saw that culture. So and then that's what we've imbibed, right? And that's because of the community the members built. So a lot of credit goes to the members, and I think that the feeling of gratitude towards the community uh, is something that I always feel like I should carry all the time. And I'm it's where whatever I do, there is, I see, I make sure I'm saying thank you to everyone who's helping and who's doing, because if I'm carrying that gratitude, because there's a lot that community does for us. Uh, if I start doing all that by myself, or if we start Topcoder starts doing that all that by themselves, it's not possible. So having that feeling in
Yeah.
mind that the community does a lot for Topcoder, you carry that into the events. You feel like these guys did so much for us this year, and we have to do anything for them. That thing comes in. Yes. So yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and talking also about these lines of events, organizing events. I know that you have been in many events. You have also a chance to travel to many countries and helping organizing regionals, TCOs, which people, I mean, I guess most people here is familiar, but those who are not, as always, I always say, and I will never get tired of saying it, TCO is the best event ever for technologists, passionate people. And yeah, I know that Harshit really loved these ones. Uh, and I just wanted to ask you, from all of these events you have been, on many countries, which one is your favorite, man?
That's a very hard question.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very hard question. I mean, I can't really say. I mean, but I'll always pick the first events I've been to. So first TCO finals will always stay close to my heart. I mean, that was a dream. Like I mean, I was an admin for 2 years already. I got my ticket to go to TCO 14, but couldn't really go
That was your
because
first time.
yeah. So
Uh,
I just joined Topcoder, and in 3 months they said you're going to fly to TCO 14. I went for my visa interview, and during the visa they asked, so how many years have you been
uh,
working for Topcoder? I was like 3 months. I was like rejected. Go back. I was like, oh,
uh,
and it was like a dream, thinking about I'm going to go to TCO. TCO 14
yeah.
had a very interesting promotional video actually. So and which they were promoting right, which they were promoting right from TCO 13. So they took all the interesting clips out of TCO 13, and then they were using that to promote TCO 14. So throughout the
Yeah.
year, the build up around, hey, I'm going to join Topcoder, I can go to TCO, and then eventually, finally getting a chance to go to TCO, and then finding out you can't really go was
Oh, man, that's
uh,
sad, man.
a big bummer. But
Uh,
16 happened. It you know the it was I got my visa, I got to fly to TCO, so and I had great time. So TCO 16 finals would stay very close. It will be very close to my heart because uh, that was the first one, and I saw Jesse, I saw Mans. It's like
uh,
the first time I really met Jesse, I was like, how should I ask her? Can I take a photograph with you? Like, it was like
oh my goodness.
I still have that photograph, and I remember Nikita jumped into that photograph and tried to can I also join this photograph? Like, yeah, you can join as well.
Uh, oh my goodness, that's awesome.
We
I
still
think I
look back
think
at that photograph and share every year, Nikita and I.
I,
That was the
I
first
think
photograph with Jesse.
I think we need to see that picture somewhere. We need
I-
to find it.
I'll post that on
Oh my
Instagram.
oh my goodness, that's great.
And I think
And
the first regionals, because I just want to pick one. The first regionals I went to was the TCO 15 Russia regionals. But when we came, I met tourists, I met Peter. I was like, that was again
oh
something that
yeah.
was great to us. And then there are several. I think India regionals would always be the one of my favorites because the team gets into it because I was in India and we could like plan it for a month, and every day was every day after the office 3-4 hours of just sitting and thinking about the event and talking about it. So yeah, I mean, there are several events that can be on the list. Yeah, Jesse says
Yeah.
trampoline park. Yes, Jesse, trampoline park. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that was sweet. That was it. Well, I'm taking a look at the time here, and I think it's time to. I had some more questions, but I think we have to skip it.
I
Skip them.
speak a lot.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. We'll jump to the Ask Me Anything section, guys. So I'm going to share my screen with the questions that we have been collecting in a Google form in the Topcoder Nation group. And then let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, cool. But I have to remind you, as always, if you guys have more questions, you go to the Q&A panel right below here in your Zoom application, and then you just add your question there. We'll read them after these ones. So we have the first question here. What is the best data science project you have worked on? This is anonymous. She or he didn't leave
Yeah.
her name.
So I haven't really got a chance to work on a industry level project as such, but I really liked engaging on you know a top coder project, which of course members solved, but I was looking at the submissions, making sure what are they trying to do, making and was involved completely into that competition. That was CDC text classification match. That's pretty. I mean, I really like NLP text classification kind of problem, so that was pretty interesting. And then I used almost the similar kind of the approach to look back at TCO regionals feedback back in 2019 to really find out what works for us and what doesn't work for us. So
Mm,
I had a classifier built in to basically and sent in all the feedback we have had, uh, and had some parameters added to it, that this is that kind of a feedback, this is that kind of a feedback, and then ran it into a classifier to find out what are people liking, what are people not liking. So
so you
that's
build that from yourself, like for
yeah, as a
for
pet project, because we were actually revamping the regionals. So Jesse and I had we had this crazy idea that we should make regionals reach everyone, not only go to the locations where the member concentration is. So like just not do Buenos Aires, but do South America. Just not do
yeah.
San Diego, but do North America, and kind of have everybody give everybody a chance to come to a regional event. So we eventually wanted to grow until to that point, but 2019 we decided let's do that. So at that point we started let's revamp the regionals completely and try and see what has worked for us in the past, what hasn't worked for us.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of data, like so many regional events, like
Wow.
it was a good uh, not that big of a data, like not in GVs, but
Yeah.
still good data
Yeah.
for us to go back and
But it's interesting, very interesting.
we do a classifier and find out what. But I think the best, I mean, NASA projects are always very exciting and popular to follow and look at. We're running a NASA challenge right now. That's a NASA space
Yeah.
challenge. So if you're watching
Yeah.
us right now, please go and compete. It's a very interesting challenge. If you are a
Yeah.
computer vision guy, please go in and jump into that competition. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Definitely fun to follow. There was also mentioned in the meeting on Monday. If you guys didn't see that video, you can also find it on YouTube and listen to Dan sharing more details about it. So let's jump to the next question. Um, also anonymous. What advice do you have for a developer for improvement in order to start winning prizes and be selected for private tasks?
This is one of the questions I'm always answering at various sessions. So this is, but I think yeah, I've observed a lot of developers grow at Topcoder from merely winning nothing, failing in their first few competitions, and then eventually going and winning. And I think Bill Edison uh, uh, is a great developer who actually touched base this question back in his TC Nation 2 show. So he pointed out some interesting things, and I think I'm going to just repeat those things. So it's very important to keep competing. It's very important to keep practicing. uh, you you might see a lot of MOC, massive online open online courses out there who might train you on the technologies you want to get trained on. So you might see you know uh, trends, developer trends showing you that go and learn Python, go and learn Java, go and learn this. Whatever you learn around these things, whatever you learn, whatever language or technology you learn, or whatever product you get accustomed to, it's very important to practice. And by practice, I mean it's very important to practice not only the assignment questions, or not only the 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 questions you have in your courses or some of the pet projects. It's very important to do industrial projects. So that's the difference that Topcoder provides to you. So when you start competing regularly, even if you are failing, you learn a lot. You learn a lot from each competition you fail into. So I would just say stop being like me, what I was in 2008, and not competing on competition and worried about failing. It's very important to dive into it. Uh, Start competing. Keep failing. Doesn't matter if you fail for a while. Eventually, you'll start winning. Uh, the best part is the moment you start having you start having a score above the passing score. You get to see the member submissions. You get to see the winner submission, which is a game changer actually. So you get to identify, you get to compare your code with the winner's code, and you find out what's missing. And if there's you get more chances. So when you have a big project, you get several challenges of that particular project. You might lose one, you might see what the winner has done. The next challenge gets launched, you know what to do next. So you get failing gives you a great insight to learn as well at Topcoder. So I think when you're doing Topcoder, if you fail once, you fail twice, or fail thrice even, there's a lot to learn out of that. So, and when you say for private tasks, the moment you start engaging more at Topcoder, the moment you start winning or passing score a lot, uh, we always have private tasks or opportunities which are being posted in our Topcoder Slack community Slack. So you can get them easily. So whenever somebody, there are a lot of co-pilots or project managers who are always posting for private tasks. uh, so if you say I want to do this task, they're going to look at your profile. If they see that you have passed score, let's say like 10 times or 12 times, or it's very easy to get that private task. It doesn't matter if you've even won or not. Passing score is a very prestigious thing as well. So don't think if you pass score and uh, if you still don't win, but even if you have passed score, that's you've done something really good. Your submission is really good. It is just not enough to win. So all you need to do is to do that little extra stuff to really start winning. So you're almost there if you even start passing score.
Yeah.
So that should be your first goal. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then private tasks will come by easily.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, perseverance is something very important, and also acknowledging that it could take time to get your first prize. If also focusing in the learning process, enjoying that you're learning. That's also very important. That's something I would add.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to our next question. And this was I don't know who was it, but he or she named herself as the Butter Chicken Squad member one. So the question is, if you were to move in a country outside Asia, where would you go?
I think that's a tricky question. I think I would, yeah, I would move to Bay Area, be with more, be around developers, try and learn what they're doing these days, and what's the current trend among the developers. So being closer to the developer community, that's what comes to my mind right now. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds fair. Sounds fair.
Yeah.
Another one from the same member. I think I spoiled this one. From all of the TCOs no, this is good. From all of the TCOs you attended, what is your favorite memory?
I think because the question is being asked by a Butter Chicken Squad member, so I'll be biased towards the Butter Chicken memories I've had. So the the first Butter Chicken dinner would always stay close to my heart, because that's so
yeah.
we
And, and I think the next question is about that.
Okay.
Let me put it because it's Ravi Jun. He says, how did the Butter Chicken Squad begin? And who are the co-founders? And before you start, for those who don't know, the Butter Chicken Squad is this let's say movement, or I don't know how we call it. Where we normally, when we travel together and we meet anywhere we are, we gather, we order butter chicken, we go to a restaurant, and we devour the butter chicken, which is Indian, delicious, magnificent. You have to try a dish once in your life. And it became a thing. But Harshit can tell more about this magnificent.
Oh God! This logo is making me emotional. So yeah, this is hey everyone, now I'm gonna go and do a business pitch on the butter chicken squad. So uh, I'm just gonna take 5 minutes and
Sponsor.
run you through
This is
what
our
butter chicken
sponsor.
squad. Yeah, this is ad content. So please be around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, so butter chicken squad is something that basically it's a non-profit non-profit organization. We only deal in butter chicken. So if you want something from us, get us butter chicken. If you need something from us, we can only give you butter chicken. We only partner in butter chicken. That's what butter chicken squad means here. It's a community of passionate butter chicken foodies, butter chicken lovers who love that orange gravy on their black or white t-shirts, falling down and licking fingers and all over the place. It's a very passionate community who wants to barter only in butter chicken. If he wants to show love, it has to be butter chicken. If he wants
Yeah.
to get love, it has to be in butter chicken. So that's the company pitch. So do join the squad if you want to have more butter chicken. Wherever we see you in the world, we will definitely get you butter chicken. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think it all started. Yeah, I think the question. It all started back in 2016 or 17. So 16 was our first. That was my first TCO finals, and we were having. Jesse had some amazing food for us throughout the event. Jesse is very very particular about making sure that there is good food for everyone at the event, because she has people from around 28 to 29 countries every TCO. So, but she tries really hard to get the best food out there. But uh, there was a day when we were really, really, we felt like, oh, we need to have some Indian food. We asked a few members, Ravi, and we found a restaurant, Indian restaurant nearby. We went there and had this.
Yeah.
And butter chicken squad was not a thing back then. But in 2017, we really in 2017 TCO finals, which was in Buffalo. Uh, we've had a lot of chicken because we had a lot of buffalo wings, chicken wings, but still we longed for butter chicken, and we took a cab ride. Lewis, if you remember, so it was
Yeah.
Lewis, me, Spawn Hawk, and Ravi. We took a cab ride. It was a very very fun cab ride. Connect with us on Slack, and we'll tell you a lot about that cab ride. We went to the butter chicken place, and we ate butter chicken, and the rest is history. Wherever we have met, we had butter chicken. So
Yeah.
whenever we find a TCO venue, it's very important to look for a Indian restaurant nearby and then choose a hotel to stay, because
Yeah.
we have to
Gotta
take
be close.
it gotta be close, because we have to take all the interested members to the to have butter chicken, and then give them the butter chicken squad badge. So yeah, so that's
Yeah. 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 That was it. That was pretty much it. Okay. So Ravi, you asked a question here, but I think you already answered it. When
yes.
was the first butter chicken meal at the restaurant? At the restaurant took place, and who were the members? Yeah. Yeah. You already
First
said that.
official was
And for
2017.
that, I have a
Yes,
picture
this is
here
the
because
one.
I took advantage. This was the first, one of the first Topcoder butter chicken squad meetings.
Mhm.
I mean, to add a little bit to the story, we were supposed to be, and Jesse, please forgive us because I know that we should have been at the TCO 17 closing ceremony, but we escaped from it. It's not because it wasn't good. It was just we were butter chicken junkies. So we took an Uber, and then we had a butter chicken. Then we came back to the venue to the closing reception ceremony. So it was good. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah, and from there, anywhere we traveled, this was in Las Vegas with the guys. I had my hair still short, as you can see. This was in Austin, I think. I don't remember, 2018. And everywhere we've been traveling, and this was in Argentina.
oh
And the
yes.
Harshit over there, the Sergey, there's Lucas, Melanie. This was with Adam. You know, Adam, he's
That's
also
in
a
Jaipur.
part. Yeah, he's an honorable member of the Butter Chicken Squad, and it's Ravi who's asking these questions.
He's an
Yeah,
honorable sponsor. He pays wherever when he's around. So
yeah. And again, Ravi Jun, who is not here, asking more questions, but let's ask them. Let's ask them anyway. Uh, we all know how good you are at singing. The summer of '69, baby, he says.
I was drunk.
The-
So
the-
yeah, we can pass this.
yeah. Can, can you sing for Can you sing for us now, please?
I don't want people to run away. I think, but they can connect with me on Slack, and I can like
Okay, that's
send
understandable.
you some
But
of my yeah.
just in case, since I saw this question earlier, I brought my guitar. So if you wanna take a stab at it, I know
Whoa.
the chords. We can synchronize it.
Yeah, I think there are better questions after this, so I just don't want people to run away. So
Yeah, yeah, it's
yeah,
okay.
but we should do that at
Yeah,
team. I
Ravi
think
Jingles.
I think Jessie is listening and she's like we can't do music
Yeah, yeah,
and Topcoder, so TCO,
yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's quite convenient. Yes. Yeah. Another one from Ravi. You're an incredible orator. When did you start? When did you start this journey? And any tips for the members who want to be good at speaking on stage?
I think so I've had a background in theater. I did theater for like
I,
6 years.
oh, didn't know.
Yeah, and I have some certificates as well, like from Trinity College of London. So we,
Oh,
my
nice.
theater school used to make me go through these certifications, and so I have some speech and drama certificates as well. So that really
Ah,
helped
okay.
me go on stage and talk to the community or talk to the go in a meetup and talk about things. So that really helped, and I think as I started doing this more, I realized the it's important to write down your points and know what you're going to speak about, and try and speak that in front of a mirror. That gives you a really good that gives you the confidence to go and speak out anywhere. So you're looking at yourself, and you have your points, you've read your points, you know your keywords, what you have to talk about, uh, and then trying to speak that in front of a
Yeah.
mirror is something that that then there is nothing stopping you. So, and to be very frank,
Oh,
you to be very frank, it's not that hard. uh, but the moment you do it, there is a huge threshold barrier of fear which you have to cross to do it for the first time. You do it for the first time, you do it for the second time, the third time it's pretty easy to go and speak on the stage. So just try it out.
yeah.
Write down your points, go in front of a mirror, and do it. It's very important to do it. That's the fear a lot of people have. They're not able to go on stage and do it. So
Yeah, action. You just do action step by step and practice. Yeah, yeah, but that's quite interesting, and I would like to expand a little bit on this theater journey. What roles did you play? Did you were playing like classic theater, like Shakespeare, and this kind of things? How was it like?
not really. So when I was learning theater, it was basically I was more into some of the musicals we did, as because I was little, and we used to do uh, we had self-written musicals. The theater group wrote them. So sometimes I became a
Ah,
giraffe, sometimes I became a tree, sometimes I became I even danced. So those, I mean, but they set the ground, they set the basics right. We
yeah.
knew different kind of expressions. We knew the basics. We knew the academics of theater. And then I had to quit theater because in India we have to prepare really hard for to qualify to get to a good university, or to get a good college, or to work. You have to like take a break from everything you're doing, work hard for
Yeah.
2 years, and work hard for that college. So that was that. But when I joined college, when I was doing my graduation, I got an opportunity to head the drama theater club
Uh,
at my university. So, and back then, and then we were doing plays which are basically focused towards the society. Uh, so concentrating on what is the current what is the current thing happening around the world. So concentrating on that and doing something around that. So writing your own small skit or plays and doing them. So I've never done classical as
wow.
such, but yeah. So I mean, we had the opportunity to change the dialogues even when we are on stage and speak something else. So because they
Wow, man, that's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah. It's great. I mean, I'm sure I will have more questions about it when we are offline, but it's super interesting, Harshit.
We'll do
Let's
a skit
jump
someday
into
at a TCO.
okay. Yeah, we should do it. Um, this one is not actually from trivia. It was a typo from my side. Uh, the question was, did you see a scam 199? Some reason Harshad Mehta keeps coming in my mind while seeing your name.
So there's an interesting story around this actually, Louis. So uh, so the you have a question mark over there. That's 1992 actually. So I was born in
Okay.
1992, and Harshad Mehta was a very famous stockbroker in India.
Ah.
And considering my family name was Mehta, they named me my family named me
Ah.
as Harshad Mehta. But within
Oh.
4 months, it came out that Harshad Mehta is a big scam. But my family had
Oh.
already named me Harshad Mehta.
Oh
So they
wait.
really had to go through all the processes of changing my name to something else, and they changed it to Harshad Mehta. So
Wow.
I haven't seen this series yet. I have to take out some time and see this. But I know a lot about Harshad Mehta because I've been asked about him like several for long for years in school, in college.
Wow.
Are you do you know about him? Yeah, I know about him. About
Man, yeah. So it was
him.
a wise decision from your parents to change it right away, I guess.
Yeah.
Change the name.
Actually, my family really went. They tried putting me into schools, get me an admission into a school. But the school didn't take me because they said your name is Harshad Mehta and he's a scamster out there. So they
Oh
really had
man, no.
they had nothing else. They had to change it. So yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, they say sometimes people say that there is no bad advertisement, but in this case, I don't think it will help too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This question comes from the graphic. How to manage your work as a evangelist at top coder?
It's pretty it's I did say this earlier as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very at Topcoder it's like an organization where you have so many people to help you with whatever you come up with. So it's all because of the community. The members are ready to help each other. They're ready to take up tasks, help in strategizing. Come back, give us feedback. So there's a lot that the community does for us. So it's very easy to manage several things at Topcoder. I mean, so that it's all because of the exciting and the engaged community we have who wants to work hard to build this community more. So that like example, there's an example like Lewis who's running these interesting AMAs and managing the TC Nation for us, making it exciting, sharing all the interesting memories. So he's a community member doing so many interesting things for us. So that's how we manage. They manage. We just see from the top end. We're like, oh, good.
Yeah, I guess yeah, the community helps. Okay, let's go to our next. Oh, that was the last one. Now let's jump into the live chat questions. Let me stop sharing my screen and go and grab the question from the. Let me remind you guys that if you guys want to ask anything, you go to the Q&A panel. So uh, there's a question here, anonymous. It says, "Do you have full-time job besides top coder?"
My full time job is top coder, so yeah, so I work for top coder full time. That's
Yeah. There was another question, but I mean, it was from the form, but I had to skipped it because some of the questions were like I tried to create the list to keep them consistent, but there was some question that I couldn't ask, so I won't ask it now. It was in the form. Is what is your background officially? What did you study?
yeah. I did my graduation in computer science. So I'm a computer science engineer. So so that's where I started with my journey with programming, and yeah, I think and then started competing on top coder, and top coder happened, and then I got a job. I narrated the story from there, right? I got to work for top coder from there, and yeah. So that's what my background has been, and as with the theater experience, it was easy for me to go on stage and speak to the members, speak at meetups. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely it. Well, I'm checking here on the chat to see if anyone posted anything. Well, I think we have successfully managed to answer all of the questions from our community guys who were curious to know more about you. But well, I do have a couple of more questions, and we have still like 6 more minutes. So
Sure.
if you allow me a little bit more of your time, I will be happy to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
From organizing all of these events, I've learned like a few things. I mean, just by watching, observing, and I'm sure that there must be something. This I think Jesse called this mishaps, like when something goes wrong that you don't expect. What are the most? What has been the most funny or interesting mishap that you have faced while organizing any events?
So I mean, one of the interesting mishaps I've had, not once but thrice actually, has been I've been at a university. I'm speaking about Topcoder passionately, and I've fallen off stage. That has happened three
Yeah.
times with me. So and every time I think I'm not going to fall off stage, but it happens. So that's one of the personal mishaps I've had. In terms of in terms of you know in terms of organizing events, I think the common mishap is we've had this issue for a while. Is basically when we do regionals, we just have 6 to 8 hours in a day, and we have to do a lot of things. It's not just one particular competition. We have to organize parallel competition as well. So that's the scheduling. Sometimes we've had scheduling mishaps where we shouldn't have done these things together, but we were doing them together. So that happens a lot of times. So I think we put a lot of concentration. We concentrate a lot on how we schedule the competitions and how we schedule the fun parts, and we make sure that every year when we are organizing regionals or finals, I think at finals Jessie is taking care of all these. She has hundreds of spreadsheets and all these things. And but at regionals, I think yeah, I think I sit with Jesse, and we kind of work out the schedule, take a look at it, make sure who's attending, and everybody's getting a chance to be at what they would like to do. So yeah, scheduling has been a has been a common mishap at a few regional events. So we try and concentrate on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and my last one is before we leave. Yeah, we know that you are a big advocate of promoting the different opportunities members can find in Topcoder, for a learning career or for designing your lifestyles or there's so many opportunities. You know a lot about this. So from all of these opportunities that are already, I mean, they are available in Topcoder, which could be the one that you would suggest the members to pursue the most? I mean, the learning path, their career success, or the designing their lifestyle as the way they want to be. Which of these is more you are more fond of following or recommending?
I would really not pick one of them, because every lifestyle that Topcoder offers to members is somewhere very exciting. If very exciting. And it depends on person to person what kind of a position are you in your life, and what kind of things do you want to do next. So you can, and the best part is, I mean, you should not put it like what are you fond about, but you should like put it wherever you are in your life, whatever goals you have as a programmer or a designer or a data scientist. uh, Topcoder has various opportunities which can align with your personal lifestyle as well. So if you like remote working, if you like, I want to work in chunks of times and just work for 5 days out of a month and not work for the rest of 25 days and explore the world and do these kind of things, or learn during those 25 days, like just study, do academics, and 5 days I'll compete, earn, and then 25 days I'll learn and travel and earn, or do something else. We have a lifestyle. You can do that as well. So if you have a lifestyle where you want a contract job, you can do that as well. If you want a lifestyle where you want to manage things, you want to grow into somewhere you are managing projects and not just competing, you can take that kind of a lifestyle as well. So I would not say I'm fond of every lifestyle, because it is somewhere special to some of the members out there. So that's what that matters to us, right? We are able to provide everybody in their life with something that they would like to have. So So I'm not fond of one,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're all amazing. I mean, they're all amazing for someone out there. So amazing for me as well. Yeah. to,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
it,
think that's fantastic. What you're saying is basically aligning the opportunities to your personal goals and personality, and like cherry picking. I mean, maybe I want to have the freedom of making my own schedule. So working 1 month and then resting 2 months, and in these 2 months I just dedicate to learning something and or doing whatever it is that fulfills me.
and I would like to also add that one of the biggest projects we have for the next quarter, I think, is basically working on identifying these different kind of people do we have at Topcoder, and
Mm.
that's a team goal. So Jesse, Adam, as a team have decided that we're going to concentrate on that and make sure that we know that what kind of people we are serving, and what kind of opportunities we have for them. But we're going to go deep down into it and understand what else do they need, and what other things we can add in terms of bringing new kind of lifestyles or new kind of opportunities for our members.
Yeah, super exciting, very promising.
You, yeah, and
Uh,
Luis is gonna help us with that project. So yeah, Luis is
yeah,
excited.
yeah, it's very exciting. I'll try to add my 2 cents, 3 cents. Okay, well, I think, guys, we have reached our time limit. It's time for me to thank Harshit. I appreciate that he's here because also something I didn't mention is that he's calling from Singapore. It's very late for him in the night, so I really appreciate that you're here. And also all of our attendees, thank you for coming as always. I appreciate your that you stay here, hanging out with us, ask questions. This is pretty fun, and I have a blast every time we do something like that. So the mic is for you, Harshit, to say goodbye, and then we wrap it up.
Yep. Thank you everyone for taking our time and listening to all the things we do, and all the things we have been doing as a team at Topcoder and with the community team as well. Thanks to Louis for running these amazing shows and collecting all the interesting questions from everyone, and thanks to everyone who added their questions as well. Thanks to for all the questions and all the chatter you guys had. So great fun time talking talking about interesting things we do at Topcoder. And yeah, and we'll do a AMA soon with Lewis, and I'll get that question. So yeah, we'll get that in as well.
All right, let's see if that happens. All right, guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day, evening,
Thanks everyone.
afternoon. See you in the next show.
Bye.
Bye.